here, and I'm very proud to be with Kevin Tate, the instructor of the New York branch of the Washin-Ryu Karate Dojo, New York City. You did a wonderful demonstration today.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations. Maybe you can explain a little bit what the philosophy of karate means to you and how it works with your other life, your professional life.
Yes. I've been studying under Hidy Ochai for 14 years, and the thing that he's always stressed is that karate is a tool for self-development.
Self-development.
That's right.
Not self-defense. Usually it's always marketed as self-defense, to defend yourself.
That's right.
But self-development, maybe you can tell us a little more.
Yes. So what we're looking to do as a martial artist is attain and cultivate certain mental and physical abilities.
I certainly saw that today. Yes.
So if you're able to concentrate and focus on what you're doing, you can certainly do a better job at work. One of the things which is very important to a Washin-Ryu student and to Hidy Ochai is a very strong self-concept that you do the things which are in your own best interest, which knocks out things like drugs and alcohol, doesn't it? It means that when you do something, you do your very best, whether it be on the karate floor or at work or at school or anything else that you happen to be doing. So the philosophy behind Washin-Ryu, the philosophy which Hidy Ochai gives to his students, is to use the martial arts training to be able to cultivate yourself and to be able to become a stronger person so that no matter what is out there in the future for you, you can do better.
It's wonderful.
If you have a better self-awareness, better awareness for the people around you,
yes,
then you can handle yourself better.
Yes, I certainly saw that today in your demonstrations. All of you handled yourself very admirably. How did you cross paths with this particular style? 14 years, right? You've been studying. Amazing.
I happened to visit a YMCA in Syracuse while I was going to school, and a branch instructor under Hidy Ochai, who was very good, was teaching there. And the things which caught me was not only his intensity, but his humility. He was somebody who was a very good martial artist, yet he was proud and humble simultaneously, and that caught my attention more than anything else.
What kind of characteristics? You say proud, yet humble. Maybe you can describe, maybe that's a little bit dichotomous for the audience. Maybe you can go into really, was it the way he lived his life or things he did that struck you?
He was proud of who he was. He was proud that he was a good martial artist. He was proud of his accomplishments, yet he knew he could be better. He knew he was no better as a person than anyone else. And that's one of the things that we learned from Hidy Ochai. Hidy Ochai has done a great deal, yet when you speak to him, he speaks to you eye to eye as an equal. And that's where his humility shows. It's the kind of thing we try to emulate as students.
Yes, I saw that. I saw that even though you had the different ranks today performing, from the beginners to the advanced, there was a kind of level, a plane that you were all operating on, very respectful of each other. You really gave each other the whole floor. Whenever a person came up, whatever rank they were, bow, the salutation. Maybe you can explain a little bit how that's important in martial arts, the giving. I don't know, the way you both react to each other, work out with each other.
So what we want to be able to do is first you acknowledge your own worth. You acknowledge your own worth, then you're able to cultivate self-respect. Then you acknowledge the worth of the people around you, and you're able to respect those people.
I noticed that you have a black belt, and maybe you can tell a little bit to our audience exactly what the black belt signifies in your style of karate.
Well, I think a lot of people who don't know anything about martial arts think that the black belt means you've arrived and you know everything. And it's a very humbling experience getting a black belt, because you realize how much more there is to know. So it just,
Interesting.
we have a whole rainbow of belts starting from white, and there are many colors. And so this happens to be the last color, but there are actually many more divisions within the black belt. But it just means you've reached a certain level, but it's certainly not, quote, the top. There's so much more
So
to
it's
learn.
almost like you just started.
Just started.
with
For
them.
instance,
Very
I think
interesting.
the analogy Sensei would give is when you first start out as a white belt, you just know you're on a journey. And you don't even see the mountain in the distance. And as you keep getting closer to black belt, you start seeing the mountain. People think that black belt means you've gotten to the top. Black belt means you've just gotten to the base of the mountain. So you now really see where you're going to go, but you've really just started. So
From what I've seen today, you guys are really on your way there. The energy that everyone put in. I was also very impressed with the women demonstrations, your demonstration, your refereeing, the point fighting. Maybe you can explain a little bit, since you were the referee, exactly what the difference is with point fighting and boxing or kickboxing.
well, professional boxing that people think of, for instance, with Muhammad Ali or Mike Tyson, is the winner is the one who knocks out his opponent. So the opponent is unconscious. That's a winner.
Right.
In our style, whether it's in class or in a tournament situation, if you even draw blood, you're disqualified immediately. So that in our style, and the styles that we compete with, it is basically non-contact. You may get hit to the body, you'll feel it, or you'll be tapped in the face. But certainly in our style, no one has ever had a broken rib or broken bones of any kind.
Budo, the way of martial arts, is not, violence is the least, you should shun, you should run away, that has nothing to do with the true martial arts. True martial artist is somebody who walks around and is peaceful and brings peace to himself and to the world around him, as opposed to, like, hey, what you doing, antagonistic, not that attitude. That's what you study. You're not studying so that you can go out and beat people up. That has nothing to do with the true martial arts. If people think that's unfortunately in America, you get a lot of people that do that, and that's the wrong way.
How is your outlook on other martial arts?
I think the important thing is that martial arts be used to cultivate the individual. And it doesn't matter what physical technique you're studying, if that school and the instructor who's leading that school is able to teach that, then that's a successful martial arts school. And if they aren't doing that, then they've really missed the boat.
Wonderful. Well, I don't know, words like this has left me feeling a little bit better for this day, and I hope for you folks out there. Cynthia Ming, Martial Art World. Kevin Tate, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Probably the most recognized ninja in the world, film star Sho Kosugi does a demonstration of ninjitsu finger knitting techniques.
If you are born in Japan, if you are Japanese, whether if you're a boy, if you're gonna be a baseball player, or a movie star, or let's see, small wrestler, they have a dream,
Sure.
And I had a dream when I was small. I wanted to be a movie star and also a baseball player. And when I was 6 or 7 years old, I went to acting school. 6 months I was studying, but teacher doesn't like me. I mean, I was so active. By the time 6 or 7, I already taking martial art and doing a lot of things, and I couldn't sit down one place. And within the 6 months, teacher kicked me out of school, acting school. So I don't think you're gonna be a star. You know, I mean, you better stay with martial art or something else. And after that, I started doing more baseball. And I went to a very famous high school in Japan, one of the top 10. And I was scouting for a professional baseball player before I come into United States. But somehow, that's not my life. I changed my mind and came to United States.
I've noticed that you have some swords and some other odds-looking things here. Maybe you can tell me what these are, how they are used. What do we have here?
Now this one in the box inside is called twin saber, have double.
How do you say that in Chinese?
This is called 双刀.
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 In Cantonese, okay? So 双刀 is using, for example, using the flower like, right? Like this flower, right? So or like this cutting block to cut. So like kill people. That's two. One block, one hit.
These are two very lethal-looking weapons.
Now
Maybe
this
you can
called
explain.
hook sword. Hook in Chinese called 斧头拗. 斧头 is like the axe,
Yes.
right? The axe here. So 拗 is here, the hook.
Okay, what is
so
this for? The hook.
this one is like hook people from here and using here this side to hit and using this side to hit, right? So this here the hook are very sharp.
Yes.
Here is very sharp. Okay, catching here to kill this side
Right.
and hook this side. So hook something. Okay, for example, here is spear to hook the spear. Here saber, hook the saber. We have chance, I hit out.
Terrific.
So here have a wood one. Why have a wood
Why
one?
wood and why
The
metal?
wood one is for first the student learning. So when he learn, is not really a lot of power. So using the wood is easy to practice. So until get easy practice, and then using the really one. The really one is a very danger.
I
So
can
that's
see
why.
that. Very sharp. What are some of the positions of the hook swords?
Hook sword usually is double, not one. Okay? So like hooking, right? Or like some cutting to go, right? Turn around like that. So usually it's like hooking and also make a circle, right? So circle to catch it. This one is called Guan Dou. This weapon is like the god of Kung Fu. This is called Guan Wen Chang, the General Guan. He's using this one to cut, to kill 5 general and then to get the kingdom. So after that, the people say this general is very powerful. So say he is a Kung Fu god.
Now, do you teach this weapon here at the
Yeah,
school?
sure. You want to see something?
Okay.
Right?
Let's
Now,
see.
Guan Dou usually is a very powerful, using a lot of power. For example, right? Like the flower, okay? So cutting the people to kill like this, long hand. So to go, so you very powerful to go.
Now, if people would like to visit the school, what is your location?
It's 69 West 14th Street.
Manhattan.
Yeah, Manhattan, the corner of 6th Avenue.
Terrific. Very easy location to
Right.
see.
You take an F train, be here.
Terrific.